Hey, it's me, Nev, with
Zeravon.
today's subject is school. This episode was
Woo!
supposed to come out like 5 years ago, but shit happens.
Yeah, girl, some people get sick and then okay, so here's how it went. I was like, Lord, I'm sick and my throat hurts. I don't really want to record. And because if I do, I'm gonna be coughing and wheezing and it's gonna sound ugly. So of course we're like, yeah, like sure we can take a break or we can like post it later. Later turns into like a couple months and yeah. But we're back now,
Girl, it's been so long that Rihanna released a new song. It's
girl.
been that long, but yeah. So school. What are your opinions on school? You like it?
Well, as someone who's currently enrolled in
No, you're
school,
not.
I like it,
Was that
honestly.
was that pointing
It's
shade to me because I'm not enrolled in school right now?
no, because like personally, I like it because it's like the only reason I kind of get out of the house right now,
Work.
and like I'm like this is why I feel like I did a poll on my Instagram story a while ago, and I was like, hey girlies, people who are like in college or slash have attended college, do you like college more or high school more? And everyone said college because that's like where you get to actually take classes that you want to take and study something you're like actually interested in instead of like you need to take this class for requirements. So, yeah, what about you?
I agree. Um, like yeah, it sucks how high school picks all your classes. You only have one elective, so college is way better. But for me,
Yeah.
I have a love hate relationship with school, as most people do. I like it for it gets me
Hmm.
out of the house and I have friends. But other stuff ugh. But yeah,
Girl, you have friends?
yeah, of course. They're out of town right now. You don't know them. They're from Canada.
Oh, they go to a different school?
Yeah, you don't know their names. Yeah.
Okay, you better work. Okay, but like I just want to say I have class tomorrow at 9, which is so ugly. Like I hate classes that start early, but like honestly, I'm kind of excited because like I get to like dress up and like ooh, gives me motivation to like actually do something. Um, like I don't know, it's just fun because I'm taking classes that like I genuinely want to do. Genuinely, oh my God.
Yes.
Genuinely
Yeah.
want to. Oh my God, I said it wrong again. Anyway, class slay the fun. Except these bitches, the amount of notes I'm taking, and he's like done, and I'm like no, but I'm not gonna raise my hand because bitch, I have social anxiety, so I'm not gonna be like, excuse me, sir, I need more time. So I just like kind of suffer.
If you have anxiety, just stop having it. It's not that hard. Stop.
Oh my God, like you're so
Like,
right. Like you're so real for that, like
but
honestly.
yeah, I'm glad that your school is going great. I guess is it going great? But
It's
what have I
going
heard?
very
Yeah.
great. I got beat up
Ooh,
yesterday. Like it's so
period. Oh, I
fun.
mean, oh my, are you okay?
No, I got jumped. Uh yeah, it's genuinely oh my God, girl, story
Is it hate
time.
crime?
Trigger warning for suicide.
Ooh,
We were this was last week, right? Maybe Monday, Wednesday. Our teacher is very late to class. Like we're like, what the hell's going on? And then another student, she comes down with a piece of paper that says, like tell my class I'll be down there shortly. Something's come up,
uh
right?
huh.
So then he comes downstairs and he's like, "Sorry, y'all. I just had to talk one of my old students from 10 years ago, like out of suicide. Like I had to talk her out
Oh,
of it." So we're like, "Oh, exactly."
girl.
So it's crazy, and I think honestly, that's where like teachers play such an important like role in our lives and in society in general. Like I still follow one of my high school teachers on Instagram because I love her so much.
Is it?
Miss Richards,
Oh,
Illy.
yeah, my biology teacher from Aldehyde. Love her. We love her. We stand.
Girl, she honestly deserves like a golden apple. She deserves a whole like award. She's so slay.
Girl, I wish teachers
Like genuinely one of the nicest
literally,
people I've ever met. I love
and
her.
that's why I think teachers should get paid more than cops. Period.
Definitely.
Okay.
Not to mention, no, because when the whole when I hate saying this, but like when Black Lives Matter was trending, ugh,
Yeah.
um you had all these people being people. You had all these people being like, tell me why teachers have to deal with like literally getting yelled at and stuff, but and are supposed to remain professional,
Hmm.
but a cop can just like, "Eh, like hello?
Are you saying we should bring back discipline in school?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think all teachers should be able to hit their chin.
Yeah, bring back the spanking boards. You know what I mean?
Bring back the
Or
ruler. No, I'm
yes.
kidding.
Honestly, I'd love that because you okay. I saw on Twitter.
Honestly,
This is. I feel so bad for teachers.
oh,
Okay, trigger warning. Someone got beat up. Like this teacher took away this guy's Nintendo Switch, right? First of all, why would you have a Nintendo
uh-huh.
Switch at school? Girl, you're supposed to be learning.
That's what
And
I'm
then,
saying.
like, girl, the videotape, the guy just ran up to the teacher and beat her up. Like, girl, kicked her on the floor and everything.
Oh wait, I
Yeah,
never
it's girl,
seen
it's fucked
that.
up.
No, because literally, like, you think about this, right? She's probably some, no, like, some teachers are really annoying. What's her name? I don't remember her name. She was so ugly. Freshman, sophomore year, I had this annoying ass teacher. Oh my God, I remember her name, but I'm not gonna say for privacy reasons.
Just say the first letter of the name or
We,
something, so we don't get confused.
I think it was Mrs. V. Let's just say that.
Yes.
So she literally, anyway,
Hello.
sorry about that, y'all. We had a bit of a problem with people not knowing how to read a sign that's on my door.
Right.
Anyway, um, so we had like a person who was studying to become a teacher at SDSU.
Yeah.
So he was like he was teaching our class, and she was just there to make sure like he's doing okay and good and stuff. It was like a pathway or something that they had,
Mm-hmm.
right? So t tell me why this man 2 weeks away from getting like his degree or like passing the thing, he was like, I can't do this anymore, and he leaves.
Girl, me too.
This teacher was such a pain. I'm telling you right now, if you ever had the misfortune to meet her, I'm so sorry. She was so annoying. And then she also was
Oh,
anti-vax. And she said that like when the schools were like, you need to be vaccinated or you can't continue to teach here, she was like, God is telling me not to get vaccinated. Girl,
girl.
you are not that important for God to be telling you not to get vaccinated.
Just like God telling one person to do it.
Girl, exactly. So, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna fire you," and she was like, "I quit." And then she made like a throwing away party or going away party, and nobody
Period.
came. So she deserved it.
Period. No, because I love that. I
Anyway,
love that so much.
girl, she was so annoying. Literally every time I was in her class, and no, because let me tell you, this is the one I still think about this because I'm a smart bitch. And then so we were doing a project on photosynthesis, and she goes, "Oh, like we had a paperwork, and it was like, what does photosynthesis mean, or like what's the definition?" And I go, "Well, photo is light, and synthesis is the process of, so like just do something with that." She walks up to me and is like, "No Google," and I said, "Girl, I'm not
I'm
googling.
not
Like
Google.
I'm just smart." No, because like I don't know if she had us do or it was another class, but we learned about prefixes and suffixes. So of course I'm gonna know, like hello.
Yeah. Anyways, back.
Anyway, what about you? Have you ever had like a really ugly school teacher vibe?
Um. Yeah. My PE teacher in 8th grade. Um.
Oh,
Girl. Okay. First letter of the name, Mr. T. There we go. What's a T? Girl, he was just one of those like guys. Like, I feel like right now, especially since with like the Andrew Tate like thing, I feel like he's the alpha
God.
male. Like girl, he was
Ew.
so
PE
annoying.
teachers always make me so uncomfortable. They're
Girl,
so ugly.
literally. But yeah, he was just like one of those like well, are PE teachers teachers? Yeah, they are. Never mind. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, girl. No, because some PE teachers had to like teach other
Okay, yeah, you're right.
subjects.
But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, he just like he was kind of creepy too. Not gonna lie.
Girl, I want to talk. I don't know if you have it written down on the doc, but I want to talk about how like teachers oftentimes will use their position of power to be like very
What do
gross.
you mean?
We'll get to that later. Or we could just
Yeah,
hop into
hop
it right
into
now
it.
because I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. People who are like, it's so. genuinely disgusting. You all the time hear these stories about, oh, stay away from this teacher. He gives me the creeps, or he did something this and this and this. And it's like, how are we as a society, as like, or you as a school district, allowing these people who do slash say disgusting things to their students be in a position of power in the first place?
Yeah.
Like as children, we are always taught like listen to your elders, respect your elders. You can't say no, like you have to listen to them, right? But then especially teachers, because like they're older than you, they went to school, they know stuff, right? And then for them to turn around and be like, "Hey, baby girl, like I know you're like only a freshman in high school, but like, damn, it's gross."
Yeah.
Like there needs to be more extensive background search on these people. Girl, I mean, I've told you my experience with a certain
Girl,
teacher.
ew, I remember. Not the was it
Yeah,
Starburst?
girl.
Anyways. Um
Yeah, so I think that's genuinely so gross, and it's always PE teachers too. Like they always gross me out.
yeah, girl,
There's always just
literally.
like that very bad
It's like
like
everyone
vibe
do
around
squats
them.
right now while I walk behind you. You know?
Girl,
Everyone
literally.
bust your
No,
pussy.
because like you can
Like, girl.
literally like I feel like because I'm like psychic, whatever. Like call me Raven Simone, but like I can tell, like you can tell when a teacher's like actually trying to be like, oh, you need to like put your legs like straight, like straighten them up, or like do this when they're actually trying to be helpful, or when they're just being
Yeah.
gross. And I feel like it's oftentimes very easy to tell. So for these like principals and vice principals and superintendents to just blatantly ignore it, you're a part of the problem. And then don't be coming out here like, we had no idea. Bitch, everyone knew. Everyone and their mamas knew.
Yeah. Girl called the police.
This is another reason why we should listen to our victims, please.
And the sad thing is, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's normalized for kids to have crushes on a teacher. So like it's like sometimes it's like kids, like, oh my god, you have a crush on him, It's kinda weird. Like it's not normal to have
Yeah,
crushes on like I mean it's okay to have crushes on celebrities that are older, but like teachers that like you're close with, Like in real life.
I can kind of understand the teachers, but
Like
like, there's a whole nother thing between like, oh, that teacher's kind of cute to like dating a
yeah.
teacher. They're very different, in my opinion.
No, but like what I'm saying is like some of them don't want to like come out if the teacher's being creepy. Like they're just like I feel like they just tell their friends like, "Oh my god, yeah, he was flirting with me," like in that kind of like delusional state. But of course they don't know it because they're
Yeah,
young.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm
They're
trying to
because
say.
they're being
Yeah, that's what I'm
groomed.
trying to say.
But yeah.
But
Anyway, okay. So yeah, do you want to read our first conversation topic
okay, our
on your like little
first,
list?
I got a question for you because always been interested in this
Yes.
topic. Um, do you have you seen cliques at school or
Oh,
okay?
definitely.
What are the cliques you've seen? Because I've never seen one before.
Well, from our high school experience, I can tell you we had like I feel like the whole like popular kids things wasn't necessarily a real thing,
Grindelwald was
or
popular in high school. That was only middle
we
school.
had because I feel no like we had people who a lot of people knew, but you would never be like that person is popular. You know, you
Girl,
know,
I don't, maybe I
or am I
just
just
don't give a
crazy?
fuck about everyone, but yeah, I hate the word popular.
Yeah, yeah. They weren't popular, but they were like well
Okay.
known. Like I know, like I can think of the top of my head, but I won't say that for privacy reasons. I know a couple
Girl,
people
just
who
say
were
the first
like
letter of the name. I know
who
who you're
could
talking
be.
about.
We had G,
Okay.
the girl. We had E,
G. Okay.
the really
Okay,
tall
okay, okay.
bitch, the guy, and then maybe C. But there were just a couple that I can
Okay.
think of. So like those people like were pretty well known around the school. Like everyone knew them. You'd be like, oh, G, like she was in my class. Like every, like, just like kind of like everyone kind of
Mm-hmm.
knew each other. And then you have like the PE boys.
The PE boys. Girl, what?
Yeah, like the boys who are like love art in like at least one or two sports are always in PE. Like somehow no matter what, you always have one of them in your PE period. Like, no matter how hard you try to escape, they're always
Okay,
there.
maybe I did lie. Like,
Like they love. they love running, they love football. You always have the soccer Middle Eastern people
Okay,
everywhere.
yeah, I can see that.
And then you have the annoying
A
girls.
girl, annoying girls. Why can't it be boys too? Girl massage.
Well, the PE boys are annoying. And then, no, like I'm talking about the girls who are always like in class, like, when are we ever gonna need this in real life? Or like the bitches, oh my God, who would literally they would push their hair back onto your computer. Girl, when I tell you, I would literally need to like party at like the right seat. I'm trying to do my assignment.
Wait, what?
And they just keep like pushing their hair back behind onto your
Oh
computer.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Girl, just shut your computer with their hair in it. I guess I don't know.
Girl, you have the Latinas.
Girl, pero like
Girl, the hot Cheeto girls, like I'm
they
telling
ate
you.
that. They were my favorite part of school.
Girl, let me ask you,
Okay, now,
were you a part of
okay.
any
First of all, I think
cliques?
I did lie in the beginning when I said I haven't seen any clicks because now I see it. Definitely
Girl, I'm
weed
telling you.
people. You know, that's definitely a click now.
Oh, girl.
Like,
Girl, I think it might have been down there too, like back in the days, the Okie Smoky days.
yeah, but now it's more prevalent. Like, it's growing. She's learning. She's like,
Girl, now she's
but yeah, girl.
learning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wish we had like the normal clicks like back in the day, like got people. I thought they were really cool.
Oh my God. You would tell me to go join them every two
Girl, you
seconds.
should. Wait, what was the question you were asking me
The
again?
amount of
I forgot.
times this bitch over here calls me emo was not even funny, like I
Girl, I
swear.
hate that. Don't even lie.
No, because literally it'll be any video of a person wearing black and they'll go emo, like, oh my God, you, and I'm like,
Girl, I
girl.
hate that.
My question to you was, were you in any
No, I
clique?
was never part of any cliques unless you would count like LGBT as a
Girl,
clique. You know?
you were a band kid. What are you talking about?
Girl, what do you mean a band kid? There was like three people in band. That's not a clique.
Girl, is he
That
yours?
there were three people in band. That's not a clique, girl. It's not clicking. It's
Girl,
not clicking,
okay. Girl,
girl. But yeah, is LGBT a clique? Because I was part of that.
girl, I guess.
Yeah, I ate that. Okay, I have another question for
You
you.
ate.
You ready?
Oh, wow, one sec.
School
Yeah.
subjects. Which ones were slay? Are there some of them that are useless?
My favorite subject. It used to be science, but then I met that really ugly science teacher
Oh,
who just made me want to myself. So, I would kind of still say science and
okay.
English. I
We
like
love
both.
English.
Because I like writing essays and I like fighting with people,
Can I
like
just say I love
debate.
English teachers? They're the best.
I love English
Girl,
teachers.
love them.
Oh, hate history though. Shut up. If I have to hear history repeats itself, so we need
Okay,
to
but
learn
that's
from
true.
it.
That's literally
I don't care.
true.
I don't care. I understand. I'm taking in the information. I don't care.
Girl, I love history. Fuck off.
Because I'm not gonna go study history. Like, I'm gonna be dead in 2 years anyway. Like, be
I
for real.
fucking love history. Fuck off. You you starved.
I think, no, but we can both agree
I
math
think
is
everyone
ugly.
agrees Matt is ugly.
No, because there's some math girlies. My sister's a math girly.
Well, they thought they ate that. They starved.
She ate
Okay,
them.
which ones are okay, we already kinda answered that. Matt's useless. There we go. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say useless, but like, I think the extent of which we
Girl,
learn
we're never gonna
isn't
use
like
that. Girl.
necessary. If
Girl,
that
I
makes
only need
sense.
to learn
Math could be 1 or 2 years.
literally
Like, let's be
I only need to
honest.
learn like pluses, minuses, and literally that's it. Everything else leave.
Like, I
Division.
think no, like I feel like everything you need to be taught, you can be taught in a year or
Yeah.
two. For it to be mandatory to take every 4 year or four years is very unnecessary.
Girl.
Cause like I'm telling you, like I was a dumb bitch in math, right? So we would go to from one class to the next, and it would just be the exact same thing over and over and over again. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why
It's
am I
very
here?
repetitive.
And like, and I feel like there's like a lot of stuff we could actually use. Like we can use like math could be another way to like. I know people say this a lot. Like, why isn't this like math replaced with something useful like
Hmm.
taxes? They should teach at least like how to use deductibles and stuff like that in a math class.
Yeah. I agree.
instead of repeating y equals mx plus b or uh blah 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 blah. Like there's a lot more you could add to it and like actually make useful, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I agree. Me and my homies hate that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
do you think they should add other subjects in school? What do you think?
Hmm. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, actually, I would say more stuff to do with like the internet
Yeah,
because like it's the internet and like everything is so such like a important part to our life now that like it should be more well known to use stuff. I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters are still out here using Microsoft Word and like can't like use half of the stuff. Like if you open a computer in front of them, they would be lost out of their
hashtag ECB
minds.
multimedia.
What about
I
you?
agree. They should add technology classes. Like I don't know, girl, we're in the future now. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. Do you have any school peeves? Oh my god, school pet peeves. I know you
Yes,
already said some
yes, yes, yes,
earlier
yes,
with
yes.
the
Let
hair
me
stuff,
tell
but
you.
yeah, tell me more.
I this is when I discovered it because okay, picture this, me, middle school, ELD,
Yeah.
right? I was we she was one of those girlies who would play classical music on full blast.
Yeah.
She would play classical music on full blast. Sorry, we have a lot of visitors. I'm really popular. Anyway, she would play classical music on full blast and then repeat the same sentence every 2 seconds.
Girl, yes.
So she would be like, "Oh, when you guys are done with this, make sure you do this. Trying to enter this basket," and just keep repeating herself and repeating herself. And I'm like, "How do you expect me to do this work when you won't shut up to let me think?"
Girl, you're so mean.
It's so annoying. That in the no, not the the okay.
Girl, just say you hate teachers.
What do you mean okay? Okay is not a
Girl,
word.
just say you hate teachers. Like, damn.
Girl, no, because they would be like, "Turn this in here," because it's again, it's like they're repeating, which just pisses me off so much. Because she would be like, "Okay, you're gonna do this, okay, and then you're gonna turn it into this thing, okay." After every single sentence, girl, it's use a comma. You like take a breath, take a pause. What the fuck is it? Okay,
Girl. Just some built
girl.
just some built up
Sorry.
anger inside of you right now.
I mean, what about you? What's your school pet peeve?
Couples humping each other in the hallways, fucking in the hallways, doing everything they can to piss me off in the hallways. And this might just be just
Girl,
might be me saying because I'm straight and stuff. I'm straight. What the fuck? Because I'm single. But yeah, it annoys me. Why the fuck did I say I'm straight, girl? Coming out,
girl, thank you for coming out.
girl.
Speaking of, let me tell you, middle school, literally middle school, we were children. I come from PE. No, it wasn't PE. It was lunch. Like after you ate school, after you ate
I love
lunch,
eating
you could
school.
go out into the field and like walk around and like play or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So I come from the field to go to my next class. Tell me why there's a man and a woman like in the middle of the hallway, right in front of a teacher's classroom. This girl is her hand is up the man's
Girl.
shirt. Like basically this man's whole ass like front side is sticking out. And like hands up there and they're literally kissing in front of this teacher and I'm like, "Are you not gonna do anything?"
Girl.
I was like, "I'm trying to get to
Like I
class."
get it. Like of course if you're like a younger couple and like you're still in school and stuff, you're not gonna have like a place to do that, you know? But like why do it at school? Girl, do it under the bleachers somewhere private. Girl.
Girl, go
They can't go
home.
home. Maybe their friends are gonna be like, I don't know, you can't do that. So like they have nowhere else to go, you know?
Girl, go then just don't do it.
Girl.
Or like wait until after school at least. Like, come on.
Girl.
Oh my God, wait, you speaking of, you know how you said weed clicks like after
Yeah.
yeah? Tell me why. Keep in mind, I'm a dumb bitch. And I didn't know that weed existed until like high school because I was sheltered. So I we had a small piece of bleacher like out in the field, and I saw like capsule under there, and I picked it up and I took it home.
Girl.
It was empty, like it was empty, but it reeked of weed.
Girl.
And then when my sister and like my sisters finally told me about it, I got so scared. I think I threw it in my
Go
closet.
burn it.
Or and then after I found it again, I threw it away. But like,
Go
girl,
burn it.
no, cause that whole bleacher it reeked of weed. Like it smelled
Your
horrible,
weed era. Ew. I mean,
girl.
yes, you ate that.
I
Okay, I
love
know we already
drugs.
moved on from this question, but like subjects we should add, but we should really add a mental health class. Learning about mental health.
Yeah,
Because we know
yeah.
you need it. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, no, because literally Mending Matters and
Useless.
all the other counselors that you had there did
Useless.
literally nothing.
And yes, this is us talking shit about our school, but they're useless. And they got rid of it already when we left, so they weren't even doing anything.
Good. They didn't do anything. Tell me why this counselor, this is when I was in my like panic attack era, like first week of school. He goes, "Hey, come to my class or come to my like we can have an appointment and then we can like figure out what to do from here." And I was like, "Okay, bet." I get there on time. This bitch is like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be there for another hour."
But
Girl, so I'm sitting in the office. Keep in mind, my anxiety was so bad to the point I couldn't make it to my class across the campus.
yeah,
Like, I would step a couple feet on school and immediately have to go home. It was so bad. Like, I literally couldn't walk.
yeah,
So tell me why I'm sitting there, fucking like shaking, literally twerking, because I'm like having a fucking panic attack, and then I'm just waiting for him to decide to come to class or come to school.
that's so ugly.
So I'm just sitting in the hallway, and then all these other counselors and teachers passed by me, and they're like, "Hey," and then just left. I'm like, no one's gonna offer me like a
Nope.
water. How you doing? Are you okay, girl?
Okay, yeah, that's annoying.
Girl.
Girl, kill
Anyway,
everyone now.
but yeah, I do agree. They should have like mental health classes, not even just like for like anxiety and depression, but like actual medical conditions. For example, like autism. Let me tell you, there's so many people who are like, "Oh, I had no idea that I was autistic until like some random person on the internet told me, and I got tested, and then
Yeah,
turns out I've been struggling my whole life with this." And people like there's so much things that like if there was like actual knowledge about, people would like make people's lives a lot
yeah.
easier.
Girl, just learning about like mental health in
Because okay, now
general.
let me
Not it
tell you
doesn't even
my
have
own
to be
little
about
personal
mental. Like, it
story.
can be like
Like,
ADHD and stuff. Like what you can do to people who have ADHD, like to make them, to help them
yeah.
out. Because girls
Tell
need
me why.
help.
Okay, like I've always
Just
like
literally anything. It's gonna be so useful. Girl, kill
yeah.
everyone now.
Like I've always been like my grades always haven't been the best when I was younger. And like when there was like points where I was like actually trying and still struggling, they like still like chalked it up to, ugh, he's just not trying enough. Like, but when I would like literally try my hardest, I'd be like, I can't read this. Like these words aren't, they don't look right. Because I'm just like, I'm dyslexic as hell. Like, literally, I'm not even joking. It's
Yeah.
bad. So they would be like, and I would be like, I don't, like, I can't read this. And they would be like, oh, you're just so stupid. Like, it's not that hard, just read or sound it out. Like, girl, the letters,
Girl, this
hello?
entire episode
So I think,
is just you
like,
complaining about teachers.
girl, no, not even teachers, just like family members and everything. But like, I feel like if there was more knowledge about
Yeah.
it, which, school knowledge, hello, if there was more knowledge and like information about it, people would be like, oh, you're probably dyslexic. We should get you checked out. Like,
Yeah.
hello.
I agree.
That's just me though. Again, this episode's
Uh,
going crazy and we just started. Oh my god, it's almost been
girl,
30 minutes.
yes.
Damn. Go drink some water, Lulu. Sit
What
up
was I?
straight.
Okay, I have a similar story with like the story you just told, like waiting for like an hour for some bitch. You already know the
Mm-hmm.
story, but what was Miss J? There we go. Girl, I was having my panic
Oh,
attack,
no, Miss J.
girl, just like you. Period. Period. And I scheduled an appointment with Miss J, right? Because I just
Mm-hmm.
couldn't anymore at school. I was like, everything's pissing me off. Like every little thing is just like fucking me up. And then I scheduled, and then I had to wait outside her office for also an hour, I think, and then I heard her in there. She was eating carne asada, and she was laughing on the phone with her friend. Like, I know I scheduled an appointment, and I was like, "Oh, maybe she's on her break," but I scheduled an appointment, so why would she, weird, you know?
Why make an appointment if you're gonna be
Yeah,
on
I was
break?
like, "Girl,
Girl,
did you even put me in your calendar on, like, on this certain time?" I'm a little confused right now. But anyways, when I walked after, like, an hour of waiting, like, the lady at the front desk had to knock on her door and be like, "There's a student out here waiting for you for, like, almost, like, an hour now." And then when I finally made it in, girl, she's, like, one of those teachers that's, like, really, really rude. Like, I told her my problems, and I said, "Can I switch?" Cause like, "Can I switch to a different, like, class?" And girl, she was just rude. I was like, I asked her, "Can I see who's in, like, the class, like, the people in the class, just so, like, I can prepare myself?" 'Cause, it's just something that, like, calms down my anxiety. And then she gave me this weird look. She's like, "Why?" Like, in the most rude way. Like, "Girl, can you just do it?" Like, it's can you just do it? Like, I hate it. Hate.
girl, you should have been like, I'm gonna shit up the class, that's why. Bitch, no, because I have my own
Girl,
experience with Miss
yes.
J over here.
Spill.
Girl, when I was still in my panic attack era, I was like, I get that like answering repetitive questions can be kind of annoying, but tell me why, like, I asked her something, and then she was like, that's not how it
Yeah.
works. And I went, oh, okay, like, damn, you don't gotta be so mad about it. Like, every time you ask her a question or ask her to do like the most minuscule of things, like, no, tell me this. As I mentioned before, I was an ELD girly, right? Because apparently I don't know how to speak English properly. So after we took like the placement test to like see if we can get out or not, like my ELD teacher was like, "Oh, you did really good. Why are you still in this class? Like you got the highest score. You should have passed." So I was like, "You should like." He was like, "You shouldn't be in here. I don't know why you're still in here." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know either." So tell me why this man had to send multiple emails to my counselor. She didn't respond. And then after like I think physically going up to be like, why is he still in my class? She was like, then I guess we can switch him out. Bitch, you have no fucking idea. ELD is the worst class you could ever take. I was taking an extra class. I had to wake up I had to be there at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
7. And then I was the last people to leave school. Just because I don't know how to speak English. Bitch, I bet I spoke better fucking English than the teacher.
Girl, spill.
This is a message to all of you girlies. If you ever have a child and you speak a second language, put English as their first language anyway. You don't want them to go through ELD. It's not worth it. Cause the shit they like literally they want you to speak in like
Yeah.
paragraphs. Like you probably had to go through this. I don't know if you remember, but like do you remember those they would pull you out of class and they'd be like, "Okay, we're gonna test like your English. So what do you see in this picture?" And it's like an empty
Yeah.
closet. So then you need to be like, there's a coat on a hanger in the far left corner. It looks red. The hue number is exactly blah 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 blah. Like they need you to speak in paragraphs for you to pass, which is so stupid. Like what have you? You could go to a native English speaker and be like, "What's in this picture?" They'd go, "A jacket," and then one person would go, "No, it's a coat." Because people who speak English don't even know half of the
Yeah.
words. So for you to be like, hey, like since it's your second language, speak in a whole full paragraph. I need you to speak better English than I would ever use. Is very ugly and honestly, I would
Very
fight you.
hypocritical.
Anyway,
Yeah.
very.
Yeah, that's annoying. Kill everyone now. Okay.
Girl, as we should.
Oh, sorry. I'm sick.
Oh,
Anyways, okay. Third to last question. Elementary, middle school, and high school. Which one was the worst? For real.
middle school.
I think everyone can agree on that.
Mm-hmm. Because middle school was like everyone's cringy
Puberty
era. They were all
era.
gross and Yeah, like you were like experimenting with yourself to be like, what the fuck? What
Yeah.
kind of person am I? Could I tell you one time? One time my niece walked up to me. She's like maybe 6 years old. She walks up to me and goes, she goes, Zetabon, what kind of person are you? And I go, huh? She's like, I don't expect a 6-year-old to give me some like philosophy question. Like,
Yeah.
what is this? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, what does that even mean? But yeah, like, because middle school, everyone's like bitchy. Everyone's starting puberty, so like hormones are all out of whack and like blah 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 blah. And like you're just like, what am I? Who am I? What am I
Yeah.
doing?
Understandable. Girl,
So, yeah. And that's when people start dating and everything too.
girl, if you were straight, then yeah.
Girl,
But yeah. Um,
what
middle
about
school,
you?
especially growing up gay, it's we have a different experience. You know, it's just harder for us that way. But yeah, definitely. Like you see everyone like dating and then you're just like, how come I don't see anyone like that for me, you know? And it's like as you move on, like you grow up in high school, you're like, oh wait, is it too late for me to have like a romantic experience? Because like everyone at this point already has one, you know? It's just like I don't know.
Mm.
It's kind of sad. Yeah, kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, just like don't be
I
gay. It's not
wish.
that hard.
Uh,
Girl,
girl,
now I
like
wish.
literally, I wish though. Um, our favorite and least favorite teachers. I think we already answered that. But yeah.
Miss Richards, Illy.
Um. Okay, last question, I guess. Got any school drama? Got any school drama stories?
Girl, no, what you need? Who's your
I don't have
favorite
one.
teacher?
No way. I
Oh,
think I do.
you're
Hold on.
emo
Let me think.
ass.
Let me think.
Girl, what about AC
Let me
yours?
think. Uh,
You don't like AC yours?
I was gonna say Mr. F. You know who Mr. F is, but no, he's creepy.
Of
Um,
course.
girl, let me
Yeah.
think real quick. Oh, my second grade teacher. She was Slay.
So, oh my God, wait, we're going this far back. I had a teacher. I think, Burger. Her
What?
name was Mrs. Burger. Burger. Oh my God. Girl, she's coming for me. She was super nice. She was like this old lady. She had gray curly hair, like short. She bought like her dog into class one time, and like he had his like tail cut off because of surgery. But keep in mind, I was a bit of a kleptomaniac when I was in middle school or elementary school, so I would
Mm-hmm.
just steal shit. Don't steal, it's bad. We here at Title here do not condone thievery. But I wouldn't steal like anything important. I would steal like pens and pencils and stuff and like markers. So like anyway, um, I opened up my pencil case with like a bunch of like brand new markers inside, and then she took them out because she thought they were hers,
Girl,
but they literally weren't. I was like, I stole them from the class before you. But
we
yeah, she
love
was still
that.
really nice though.
We love that so much.
Okay, now do you have any school drama stories, girly?
Um. Uh. Let's. I mean, I have a bunch of just one person. Jay.
Oh,
Jay.
Jay.
First of all, she wrote herself a note threatening herself, and she thought she was slick because she was like, "Oh, no one's gonna find that I wrote the note to myself just to get like attention or something." But it was so obvious it was her.
Girl, she's
It was
watching
so
you.
obvious. Girl, you saw the note, right?
Girl, yeah. You should have
Yeah,
seen your kid
but
all the time.
girl, she has a way of spelling and like spelling certain words and like spell it like what do you call it? Like texting personality. Like we all
Misspelling?
have that. Yeah, it was very
Oh,
clear it
yeah.
was her, and then the note was like, You're a dumb Vic. You should kill yourself." Like, girl, it's obvious it's you. And the way she spells Vic, she spells bitch like Bich. So yeah, it was really obvious. Yeah, that's my school drama
Girl.
story. I love
Is she
her.
eight?
I love her for the drama aspect. But yeah,
Trying to remember if I have any really bad school drama stories. Um, oh my God, I'm trying to remember. If any, I don't think anything's happened to me personally because like I'm a very boring person. Um, oh, there was this time in middle school where I think somebody was trying to bully me, but I was just like, no.
Girl, who?
Like, because like he was trying to make fun of me and shit, and I was like, and your mom was ugly, like, what do you want me to do about it?
Girl.
And then there was this one time he hit me in class, so that I slapped him back, and then my teacher just looked at me, and she was like, huh? And I was like, well, she was like, don't do that, and I was like, oh, another favorite teacher, Miss Garangeli. I love her. I think she changed her name because she got married, but she's an
Oh my
icon,
god,
and I
why do you
love her
love
for that.
her?
Yeah, like because he was trying to bully me, so I was just like, no, like fuck
Girl,
off.
why do I get like feelings like he was trying to like
So,
flirt? Because you know how like, you know, you know how some people
girl, he
their way
could
of
have,
flirting is like being
but he
annoying
was
to you.
ugly.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah,
Anyways,
girl. Well, I don't like flops anyway, so he should
work.
don't
Okay,
do
I think
that.
that's all. Do you have anything else you
Is
need
it
to say
really?
about
We're
school?
almost at an hour. Um, I think school. Okay, as a person who is currently enrolled in school, tell me why the fuck would they make everything so complicated? Like, my counselor was like, "These are the classes you need for your degree," and I was like, "Slay." And then I go to talk to the counselor, and she's like, "None of this shit. You're not. This is not the right class." And I was like, "What the fuck? Why did no
Cause
one
you
tell
hate
me?" So, like, I think that type of inconsistency is very ugly, and the fact that like you don't have like in high school you had a normal like you had a counselor assigned to your name that can go visit anytime you wanted. But I would go to these. I went twice. Excuse me, I burped. And every time it was a different person. So I was like, girl. And they both told me the wrong thing. Like I went to this lady and she was like, you're all set. And didn't tell me that I needed to take like 50 other classes that I could have been taking at that
girl. That's
time.
so ugly.
So like literally like why not just tell it on the mountain instead of like deciding to like wait for me to come to you and be like hello? Like it would just make everyone's life a lot
Yeah.
easier if y'all were not ugly.
I mean, as a person who's currently
But
not enrolled in
yeah,
school, um, why does college have to be so expensive? Which is the reason why I'm not enrolled. Like, ugh, it's so ugly. It's so fucking ugly. Girl,
no, because
no, you can't talk.
actually
I'm sorry,
like
you have
what the
Papsa.
fuck?
But yeah, ugly. It's just
Uh,
ugh.
you know what? I don't
Oh,
appreciate
sorry.
being bullied.
But yeah, that
It's not my fault. I'm
okay.
just like so slay.
But yeah, I
Okay,
think that's all I have to say about like
like
school
it's
in
my fault.
general.
You're a
How about
flop.
you?
I think that's about it. Oh, what do you think
The
about the
fuck is that?
notion stay in school? Like how people are always like
Wait,
stay in
what is
school, stay in
that?
school. What do you think?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What? Like you know how people are always like, you should stay in school. Like
I
stay
agree.
in school, kids.
Why not?
Do you think? Do you agree? I think I also agree. Oh, okay. No, but I also think it matters on the field you're going into. Like, here's my plan. Let me tell you. Let me lay it all out. I'm gonna get my associates in media and communication, and then go look to be an intern at some media company, right? Because it's media. It's media. Like, you don't need a degree. I feel like in like experience is worth more than a degree in people who work in media's eyes. Because like, sure, you can know what everything is, but like, do you have
Yeah.
actual experience doing it? You know? So I feel like in that sense, like since like this is the particular path I'm taking, it would be better to have a degree. And if I
Yeah.
wanted to, I could just go back to college. But there's like I think especially now with the whole everyone being like oh, I want I want to go like do be a YouTuber or have a podcast or do this and this and this. Like that's slay, but like you need a backup plan because it doesn't always work
Yeah.
like that for everyone. You know? Like I mean honestly, like we no, because like even in that sense, people who work in like our YouTubers, our podcasters, our live streamers, or whatever, instead of working a 9 to 5, work 24 hours. Because you have socials and you have like videos and you have this and this and this, so it just
Mm-hmm.
like piles up and it ends up being more work. But I don't know. I think like it school makes a lot of sense. If you have like the money and resources, sure, like go learn something new, like take classes you actually enjoy and like do it. But like there's never no one ever said that like I should do people do say it, but it's not true that like you have to go to school to like live. Like girl, get your degree and you're good. But don't drop out of high school because
Girl,
then
everyone should stay in school because learning is very
that's ugly.
beneficial to us. You know, like you just can't go on without learning. Like ignorant
Yes.
is a bliss. You know. But yeah, I feel like what you said about money
People,
and stuff,
okay,
right?
let me
Like
ask you. I
with
have,
like you don't have to like go to school and like how many. I think
uh,
another way of learning is YouTube. You know, there's free courses on YouTube. So like,
yeah, girl, YouTube, Skillshare. Oh my
I
God,
hate
can we
Skillshare.
just Skillshare
Don't
sponsor
sponsor
us?
us.
Oh, girl, me too. They send me so much notifications that I'm like,
Girl, yeah.
stop.
Girl, block them.
Like, why are you the way that you are? Oh, I forgot I was gonna say something else, but you made me forget.
I
Wait,
already
wait, what were
finished
you saying
saying it.
earlier? Go back. You made me forget. Oh my God.
I
Oh my
said
God, we're so
YouTube
dumb.
is another way of learning
Um,
because there's courses on there. Girl, I wasn't saying
Girl, no,
anything
before
before
that.
that.
Before that.
I wasn't
No,
saying
you
anything. Girl, I'm
were.
gonna listen back to this. I was not saying anything.
Oh my
I
God.
was saying something about money. That's about
Okay,
it.
fuck, no, I think, oh my God, I can't remember. The goldfish brain. There was something like oh, right. Okay, philosophical. Let's get to philosophy real quick. What do you think about how
I
people
agree.
say ignorance is bliss? I do agree. That, like, that and, being delusional. Go be delusional, you know? Because why worry about something when you can just be like, oh, it'll work out? Be delusional. You lost your
Girl,
headphones?
yeah.
You'll find them. You can't get in, like, you got in a car crash? You'll be fine. I mean, those are not good examples, but like, you need to have, like, just realize that, like, not everything is, like, the end all be all, and that, like, if it's not, if
Yeah.
it's not good, then it's, like, not the end. Because you deserve a happy ending. Thank you for listening to Title here.
Oh,
I'm
we're
Zeravon.
ending it. I was confused. I was like, what? No, but like
Yeah, fine.
real
I mean, we
quick.
don't have anything else to say, right?
Um, I love school.
Yeah.
I hate school. I love school for the fact that it gets rid of ignorance in some way. Because if we weren't learning, because for example, if you grew up around racist people all the time, right? And then you learn about like black people and like all the wonderful stuff they did. Like, of course, your brain is gonna switch to like, okay, why are they? You're gonna think for yourself, you know. Like, so stay in school, and slay, and you don't have to be in normal school. Like, not normal school, but like there's other ways of learning, and that's on period. Thank you. Oh, now this bitch dying. Hello. I think we're ending it right here because this bitch died. But yeah, thank you for listening to Title here.
All right, everyone. Thank you, guys. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Next episode coming soon. Racist races. Keep an eye out. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mother. Okay, bye.